Hey guys, my name is Aaron Garza. I'm the founder here at Pureline Nutrition Company, and today I want to do a quick little video to dispel a few rumors about fat burners and how fat burners work. Fat burners get a bad rap, and I'm just going to stop saying fat burners because fat burners as itself, as a name, is kind of cliche. People think of it in a negative way. Fat burners don't work, fat burners are bad for you, fat burners this, fat burners that. We hear it all the time, right? And the truth of the matter is, I think that, fat loss products, fat loss catalysts, things that help speed up fat loss or help you get better or more optimized results from your exercise, weight training, cardio, group activities, whatever you're doing, do have a place. But I think a lot of us hear myths and hear things and say, well, you know what, that's just, they don't work or they're not good for you and they suck and don't use them, et cetera, et cetera. So today I want to dispel the three biggest myths that we hear all the time about fat loss products. And then I'm going to move into three stacks that I think you can use to get the best success or get the best results from your weight loss and body transformation efforts, if you will. Okay, so myth number one is always, if I take a fat burner, it's gonna melt pounds off. That's just not the way it works. And I think most people who think that are hoping for something that's obviously unrealistic. Fat loss products are designed to do a few different things. Number one, they're going to help increase energy levels. Usually they've got a base of some kind of a stimulant, whether it's caffeine, 2-aminoisoheptane, dynamine. There's a ton of different ones out there. And what that stimulant is going to do is give you the energy to work out longer, exercise longer, do things for a longer period of time, which in turn burns more calories. And that's what we're after, right? Increased caloric expenditure and decrease caloric intake. That's the equation that equals to fat loss. So with a product that helps you increase energy levels, you'll see some energy, you'll feel it, you'll notice, hey, I've got a little bit more pep in my step to be exact. The other thing you're going to notice a lot of times is appetite suppression. And that also comes from some of the stimulating qualities of a fat loss product. With appetite suppression, you're going to notice that you're not as hungry for carbs and sugars and things that you would tend to lean to in moments where you need a little bit of comfort. So that's one of the other ways that it works. Another way that a lot of fat loss enhancers work is increased thermic activity. It increases the body heat of a person, thereby increasing caloric expenditure as well. So no, you're not going to just melt fat off, opposed as most people would think. Instead, you're actually going to see a lot of different things working together to help you get to your goal. Now, myth number two is with a fat loss product, when you're taking something that's a fat loss product or fat burner, to be, use the cliche term, you're able to be more flexible in your dieting. So that would mean basically that because I'm taking something to help me burn a little more body fat or burn some excess calories, I should be able to go and eat an In-N-Out burger and all these other places and, not really worry about my caloric intake. And that's absolutely false as well. Fat loss products only work in conjunction with a good diet or a good nutrition program, exercise, training, working out, all of it together. They're designed to enhance or optimize everything else you're doing. They're not designed to take the place of a bad habit or, a bad diet or eating things that you shouldn't be. So, that's not necessarily the way they were designed to work. And people who think like that, believe it or not, we get them in our stores all the time. There are people who think like that, are kind of setting themselves up for a fall because it doesn't really work that way. The third thing that we always hear that's kind of interesting is if you take a fat burner, you won't have to exercise. And that's obviously just nonsensical. In fact, if you are taking a fat loss product, you're going to want to exercise more. You're going to want to train more. You're going to have more energy to do those things. And it should, if nothing else, motivate you to get you in the gym, not the vice versa or the other way around. So a lot of these myths that are perpetuated out there, by people who may not understand how a fat loss product works or a fat loss enhancer optimizes the body's results, will give them a bad rap and give them a bad name. But in reality, there are some good benefits to taking a good and high quality fat loss product that's made according to GMP standards, and that everything you're getting in the product is exactly what's on the label. Now, what I'm going to do is give you an idea about what three of my favorite stacks are for fat loss and kind of how I work with a person. If a person comes to me and they say, hey Aaron, you know what, I'm new to this, I just started a weight loss challenge, I'm trying to burn body fat, what should I do? If it's a female, one of the first things I'll do with her is ask her, what is your sensitivity to caffeine or stimulants? Because with most fat loss products, you're going to have a base of some form of stimulation or a stimulant, caffeine, dynamine, like I said originally. All these things are going to produce the energy effect and kind of give you a little bit more energy as you're exercising and working out. Now, some people are very sensitive to caffeine and other stimulants. Other people can drink a Monster and go to bed. So it just depends on the individual. I personally can't have coffee or even a Diet Coke for that matter after 8 p.m. or I'll stay up. Whereas I have friends who can drink espresso and then go right back to sleep. So in the female's case, who is very sensitive and doesn't want to take anything that's going to get her jittery or feeling a little bit insecure or just not comfortable, I always go to something that's a very soft and easy way to start into a fat loss compound, and it's our Diva Heat Daytime and Diva Heat Nighttime stack. These two products work together synergistically to help improve metabolic rate, increase the amount of calories that are being burned, suppress appetite, improve energy levels, and just give you a little bit extra that you can, just a little bit extra energy throughout the day to help you burn a little bit more body fat. This is really unique because the Diva Heat Daytime product is used during the day, in the morning and the afternoon. And then we have a Diva Heat Nighttime product that is used before bed. And that essentially helps you sleep better and keeps the metabolism working 24/7 to keep fat loss happening as you sleep. Very, very nice combination for people who are just getting started. Can males use it? Obviously they could, but it was designed more for females, and we get a lot of great responses from our female clientele who has used this particular blend together. Now, moving into something a little stronger, the second thing I come to is what I call our XP Aftershock and XP2G PM combination. Now, essentially you could say everything that you said about the Diva Heat Daytime and Nighttime, that still holds true for the Aftershock and the PM. The only difference is the strength of the products. XP Aftershock, or XP2G Aftershock as it has become known, is probably our original, or it's been known as our original fat burner. We've had it around for well over 8 years, and it's probably one of the best fat loss products we've ever designed in our lineup. It works extremely well, extremely powerful. You will feel this within 20 to 30 minutes of taking it, and you'll notice immediately caloric burning goes into effect, your body's warmed up, you're ready to work out, you've got training intensity, all of the things that you notice when you take a good fat loss compound are evident when you take XP2G Aftershock. Now we've combined it here with the XP2G PM formula. This is our nighttime fat burning formula, and everything that could be said about the Diva Heat Nighttime can be said about the PM formula as well. Essentially, this is going to be taken before bed to improve sleep and keep the metabolism boosted throughout the nighttime. Now this works because it's got 2 amino acids that help increase the amount of human growth hormone that you release during sleep. Everybody releases human growth hormone during your sleep. The pituitary gland is responsible for that. This helps you accelerate that, and because of that, lose a little bit more body fat and weight, and just kind of keeps the metabolism working correctly. Now, the third combination is my strongest combination that I use, and this one is for people who are really ready to just burn fat quickly, who have a little bit of a slow and sluggish metabolism, and who aren't at all sensitive to stimulants or caffeine. And that's our XP2G Black and our T3 formula. XP2G Black is pretty much the same formula as the Aftershock, except it has a little bit more punch to it. You're going to feel it a little bit more. And it has an ingredient called GBB, which helps basically promote fat loss by going in and releasing body fat to be used during exercise. It's a little stronger than the Aftershock, so if you haven't taken an XP formula before, I'd recommend starting with the Aftershock and then going to the Black. Now, I've combined it here with something we call T3. T3 is thyrotropin. Essentially what it does is it improves the health and the rate at which the thymus gland works. The thymus gland is essentially the thyroid gland, which is responsible for a host of functions in the body, metabolic and hormonal. Now, together with the XP, you're burning fat from dual pathways. So not only are you burning fat from the caloric expenditure and energy route, but you're also burning fat by ensuring that the thyroid gland is working properly and functioning the way it should for optimal metabolic rate and for optimal metabolism and for optimal fat loss. So those are 3 of my go-to combinations that I use with my clients or anybody who comes in to one of our locations. And again, it all depends on you and what you're looking for and how fast you want to see results. Also, your plan altogether. Is your nutrition programming correct? Is your workout programming correct? Is your training correct? All those things work together to optimize your individual results. And like I said, the fat loss compounds are just there to aid in everything. They're help to accelerate the results, not take the place of a bad diet or bad nutrition. So keep that in mind. I think it's really important when you're looking at fat loss supplements and when you're deciding whether or not you're going to be taking a fat loss supplement. Guys, if you have any questions about some of the products I've mentioned or just have general questions about supplementation, nutrition, health, and anything else that could be helpful to you, email us at info@thepureline.com, or you can also give us a call Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 1-800-632-1402. If you're watching our YouTube channel, please subscribe down here below and let your friends know about us. We hope to see you soon at one of our locations. Best wishes. Take care.